My distinguished counterpart in the Government of India, Your Excellency S.M. Krishna, Minister of External Affairs, Your Excellency Ashok Kanta, India's High Commissioner in our country, Deputy Minister of External Affairs, Honorable Neumal Pereira, Secretary to our Ministry, colleagues from the Ministry of External Affairs, and ladies and gentlemen from the media. It is a great pleasure for me to share a few thoughts with you on this occasion. In the bilateral discussions that we had in the adjoining room a few minutes ago, His Excellency S.M. Krishna, surveying the relationship between our two countries, made the very apt comment that this is a relationship steeped in history and civilization. He used that phrase a few minutes ago, that this is a relationship steeped in history and civilization. Likewise, when I addressed the Sri Lankan Parliament a few months ago on a debate about our relations with India, I made the observation that Sri Lanka and India are bound to each other by geography and economy. Everything that we discussed last evening and today in the course of the visit to our country by His Excellency S.M. Krishna vindicates in full measure that assessment of the quality and range of this relationship. In times good and bad, in times of turbulence, as well as in times of stability and prosperity, there has been one constant factor in our foreign relations, and that is the depth of the friendship with India. India has always stood by us and offered us every possible assistance. And it is my pleasure on this occasion to acknowledge that in all candor. Of course, there are issues. There would be between any two countries at any time. However, the distinguishing feature of this bilateral relationship is the spontaneity of dialogue. There is no issue, however controversial, however emotive its connotations, that we have been unable to sit down and discuss with each other very openly and come to pragmatic conclusions. I'm not saying that for the sake of mere politeness. This is neither more nor less than the truth. And there are many instances in the recent past which exemplify the truth which I have just articulated to you. Now, this is why we are confident that the threshold that we have reached with regard to Indo-Sri Lanka relations is not something fleeting. It is not something confined to a short period in the history of the relationship, but it is something that we are very confident of being able to nurture and safeguard and develop in the months and the years to come. This is the second occasion on which Sri Krishna, in spite of his very busy schedule, has visited our country. And there are two things that strike me about his visit to us in November 2010 and his current visit. The first feature of both visits, which I consider to be very significant, is the range of issues that he is dealing with in the course of a brief but exceedingly productive visit. It straddles every aspect of public policy, from housing to transport to water to telecommunications to healthcare. These are all issues that he is addressing his mind to. And these are matters in respect of which we have just concluded agreements between our two countries. So that is one aspect of his visit, its multifaceted character. The second feature of his visit is geographical. The effect of the visit, the benefit flowing from the visit, is enjoyed in the fullest measure by every part of this country. On the last occasion, Sri Krishna went to Jaffna, he went to Hambantota in the deep south, he went to Madhavaksha, he went to Vaunia. Tomorrow he goes to Jaffna and Kilinochchi, and on the next day he goes to Goa. So the completeness of the visit, in terms of subject matter, as well as in terms of the places within the island that he would be visiting, is a feature of the visit that is worth noting and commenting on. This is a visit that cements a relationship which is already vibrant and substantial. It is a relationship not just among friends, but among close relatives. And this is exemplified most vividly by an event which took place yesterday. It had not been planned in advance, and the spontaneity of the event enhances its value. His Excellency President Mahinda Rajapaksa was having a religious ceremony at his official residence last afternoon, soon after Thai Pongal was celebrated in this country. And when he realized that Sri Krishna would be arriving in the country in the early afternoon, he suggested that the External Affairs Minister of India might like to drop in at Peiris. It wasn't an official visit. He was meeting the President formally this morning. But the President of Sri Lanka suggested that he might like to drop in as a close friend, as a relative, to participate in an intimate function. Sri Krishna was very happy to accept that invitation, and on our way back from Katunayake Airport, we went to Temple Trees, where Sri Krishna, with the members of the President's family, took part in this very moving ceremony. This does not happen regularly or as a matter of routine between countries and their leaders. And the fact that it took place and the way it took place illustrates much more than any words of mine could the intimacy, the spontaneity, the sincerity that underpins this strong and vibrant relationship. So it is to that relationship that I pay tribute today. It is that relationship that is further fortified and strengthened by Sri Krishna's current visit. It has served the cause of both countries in many ways. I thank my friend and counterpart for the consistent consideration, friendship that he has shown towards us. I welcome him with the utmost cordiality to the Ministry of External Affairs. I'm very happy to have had the opportunity of working with him, and I look forward to further enhancing this relationship with him in the months and years to come. Thank you very much indeed.